in the papers, lots of football fans saying
TV radio, it's fun. This is radio like you never heard before. Elegbete TV radio, the pathfinder for radio. This is radio like you never heard before. Elegbete TV radio, the best in entertainment and sports. Let's go! And that's all, folks. It's Elegbete TV radio. Follow us on social media at Elegbete TV radio. My name is Frank Idemudia Alapa. That's my name. Talking sports is my game, and I am the greatest. I love listening to Elegbete TV radio. For undiluted, unadulterated, it's probably replicated but still not yet duplicated. It's sports only on Elegbete TV radio. I seriously love listening to it.
Hello, everybody. What's up, people? My name is Timmy Dakolo, and you're listening to Elegbete TV radio. Stay tuned.
Elegbete TV radio. Redefining broadcasting. Listen.
All right, guys, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Elegbete TV radio. Today's Wednesday, and the year is grinding gradually. How are you doing? How was your night yesterday? Another lovely morning. Yesterday, there were Premier League matches, and Barcelona in Spain was in such a mood, even without Lewandowski scoring, that the opposition were headbutting themselves. I don't know if you guys saw that game, but that was the game I saw. Not because I don't like the Leicester, West Ham, or Crystal Palace going to Ipswich. I just felt that those were back burner games, and I want to watch a real football. And Rafinha gave me value for my time, for my time and my data and whatever it is, because he was on flake. And I liked the way he played. Ferran Torres found a way to score in the 12th minute on his own. Maruki, whatever his name was. I was calling the name yesterday and I was like, what is this name? Maruki Vedat or whatever his name is, equalize. And I thought, this first half is going to end up as a draw, and we're going to see maybe the second half is going to follow the way the Las Palmas the Las Palmas game went, but then Barcelona came back in the second half for vengeance, with anger, with brute force. Because first off, in the 56 minutes was a penalty. Rafinha stepped up and scored, was right, because he's been having a good game in the first half. Second half, Lamine Yamal, the provider, in the 74th minute, and then it was 3-1 as Rafinha again was the receiver and he scored. Strongman Frankie de Jong, 5 minutes after, made it 4-1 all by himself. And then Frankie de Jong this time was a provider in the 84th minute, as he provided a very good one for Delgado Paul Victor, or Victor Paul Delgado, to make it 5-1. It was a beautiful watch as far as I am concerned. I don't know about you guys, but maybe most of you watched the Leicester City game. Jamie Vardy among the scoring in the second minute, clearly, proving to Ruud van Nistelrooy, the man whose record he broke by scoring consecutively. What's her name? Cancer, was a provider in the second minute. And once he scored that goal, it was just going to go, because West Ham were lazy. That West Ham that we saw against Newcastle 2 match days ago were not there. We still saw that lazy play that they showed against Arsenal, and it wasn't good. What's it called? El Cancer, yes, Bila El Canos, or whatever the name is, please. El Canos was the scorer for the second goal, and once it was 2-0, you knew this was almost game up. But then Daka, the guy that was original signed on, Patson Daka, remember him? Originally signed on to replace Kelechi Iheanacho, but then they played together for 2 seasons or more. They got relegated, story changed, and then made it 3-0. From that point, it was game over. Okay, even though in the 90th plus 3 minutes, Falcon, the guy who came in from Germany with the expectation that was going to Nicholas Falcon, make this thing better, got an assist from Christensen, some of what's that name, Christensen or whatever his name is, something like that. Crescencio, some of made it 3-1, but then it was all over. But then for the other game, it was kind of like Crystal Palace are beginning to crawl their way back, get off the relegation water, find themselves. And, Berichi Eze was the provider as Matata made it 1-0 in the 59th minute. They held on. Yes, Guehi is facing tribulations, as the Christian folks will call it, persecutions and tribulations right now for writing Jesus I love you on the rainbow band. Now that for me is the most ridiculous way to persecute someone, because you forced a Christian to wear a gay people and LGBTQ campaign ban in his hand. He didn't complain, meaning that he was tolerant, he was accommodating. But he also professed his love for Jesus, for a country that claimed to be a Christian country, and they are persecuted him. First off, he did not break a law. There is no law against it. Are you people saying the LGBTQ community and Jesus are at war, like Israel and Palestinians? I don't understand, because I don't understand. Are they Hamas and Christians are, Israel, Jews? I don't get it. There is no need. Can we not just see some things and just ignore it and not say anything? Because if they didn't say anything, if everybody just kept quiet and didn't bother, it wouldn't mean anything. It's just like, okay, it's okay. Yeah, there's a mix there. Jesus and LGBTQ coming together. But hey, now they just choose to create a problem. And Marc Guehi, whose father is a bishop, is in the middle of the storm. And I don't see any storm there. Let's be very honest here. I don't see any storm. When I was growing up, rainbow was something that comes after the storm, after the rain. But now we're putting the rainbow before the storm. When the rainbow shows up, there's always a storm. Have you noticed that since they started this campaign, anytime the rainbow banner season comes in, there's always one complaint or the other, one forceful way to force people to do the things that they are not supposed to do. Come on. It's like stand up for the national anthem, take a knee for the national anthem, sit down for the national anthem, put your hand in your chest for the national. Man, shut up. Just do well. Okay? But hey, this is what it is. This is life. Yesterday, we ended the show on a very burning, very, very burning conversation that was started erroneously by my friend and brother, Lucky, and I keep thinking this thing that Lucky, there's, as much as that was an ignorant position, I think that we also owe the audience to explain something. So today, I'm going to do my best to try and explain certain responsibilities and duties, how these things work in the media. Because again, it's like people don't understand. So if you look at US, if you study the US media carefully, and I'm going to use that as a template because it's a bigger platform for everybody. CNN are pro-Democrats. Democrats hardly do anything wrong by CNN. MSM or Fox News are pro-Republicans. They are the Reds. The Democrats never do anything right by them, and the Republicans never do anything wrong by them. The gun, the Fifth Amendment, they are the upholders of the Fifth Amendment. The CNN are the upholders of the so-called whatever liberal, people. So it's like that. It's called paradigm. It's called agenda, whatever you want to call them. Every media have their agenda. But then in layers, there is responsibilities as distributed to different people. But before I go that, let's not forget that in the league, in the German Bundesliga, Harry Kane and Bayer Leverkusen played a couple of weeks ago. we know what the result is. But yesterday, Xabi Alonso and his team that won the season unbeaten last season, won the league title, and also won the DFB Pokal, are not shaking off yet. Okay, in the shake of a tail feather, they knock Bayern Munich out of the DFB Pokal pretty early. Like, why the hell is such a big fixture coming very early? But hey, it is what it is. Nah, this is my problem. Harry Kane is hoping to win a trophy. The Champions League is not looking like it. Now they're out of the DFB Pokal. The chances of Vincent Company, a black man as a manager, retaining that job is now lower. And also him coming over to take Man City's job at any given time is also reduced. Now, let me tell you the kicker. As it is today, we cannot categorically state that Bayern are going to be champions of Germany. You know what that means? Hurricane curse is going on right now. Okay? Because with England, it's not one shit. With Tottenham Hotspur, it never won anything. With Bayern scoring quite a lot of goals, but they ain't winning shit. And if it continues, they just might lose the Bundesliga title. There's a whole lot going on, but let's just keep ourselves, let's keep our minds open and keep it out there. Tonight, there's going to be a lot of games in the Premier League and in other leagues as well. Let me start with the other league. Okay, in the Spanish La Liga, it's just one game. Barcelona have won their game yesterday, even though Real Madrid still have, a game at hand before. Now they have 2 games in hand, and they're going to play their game today. Remember that deep in form where Barcelona played 3 games, draw 1, lost 2? Well, Barcelona are recovering from that. But in the process of that recovery, let's put it this way, that Real Madrid are 4 points behind Barcelona in second place, and Atletico Madrid as well are 5 points behind Barcelona in third. But wait, with Atletico Madrid, it's 1 game in hand, and with Real Madrid, it's 2 games in hand. So Real Madrid, if they are able to win those 2 games, they go straight to the top. And, it's a possibility. We're just talking about it now. It's a possibility. But the Kylian Mbappe that we are all saying, he's having a bad season, he's failing, scored 8 and assisted 1 in the league. Vinicius Jr. scored 8 and assisted 5 in the league. I'm going somewhere. And if you compare it to Madrid, to Barcelona, where Lewandowski got 15 goals, 2 assists, and Rafinha's got 11 goals, 6 assists, you might look at it and say, something is different here, right? These guys are doing way better than Real Madrid in terms of that numbers. But what I am saying is, it is considered that Barcelona are having a great season. Underline that word, a great season. And in their great season, Madrid are also having a bad season, especially with where they are with the Champions League. But that team that's having a bad season is within the cups of being top of the league table. Yeah, what is bad for some teams is actually great for some other teams. Well, in the Premier League, before the Premier League, Ajax will also host FC Utrecht, by 8 p.m. tonight. The Athletic Bilbao Real Madrid game is 9 p.m. I don't know if a Basque club like Athletic Bilbao would love to do FC Barcelona favors by beating Real Madrid, but time will tell. We will see tonight. Well, there are other games that will go down tonight, and starting off is the 8:30 kickoff in England. Everton Wolves. Manchester City would entertain the Butch Boys from the Forest, Nottingham Forest, and then Newcastle would host Liverpool. It does look like it's going to be an easy one for Liverpool once again. Another 3 points to be gained. Liverpool doesn't have a problem. They can lose this game, lose their next game. They will still be on top of the league, so that it's not a problem. Southampton will host Chelsea. I think another win for Chelsea. Today might separate Chelsea and Arsenal. I am not totally convinced that Arsenal can beat Manchester United. I'm sorry. If they do, I'll be happy. I'll be excited. But I'm not totally convinced. I agree that they've been scoring the last 3 games. They've been, they scored 3 against, what's their name now? Who did they play? Nottingham Forest. Scored 5 against Sporting. Scored another 5 against West Ham. But believe me, this is Manchester United, and the way Manchester United start off, and the first 10 minutes of the first half and first 10 minutes of the second half gives me cause to worry. Arsenal waits till between the 15th and 30th minute to get in their mojo, unless they can deny Man United of the ball. But the kind of speed and pace that Man United brings is worrisome. And then that left side that Arsenal, Man United, will attack. That left side of Arsenal's defense that Man United will attack does look a bit weak for Arsenal in this game. Then the right side of Arsenal, which is the left side of Man United defense that Arsenal would attack, does also look solid for Man United defensively. Going forward, Man United are good on the other side, just the same way Arsenal are good on this side. So these are two teams that have similarity, even though they will not agree. A lot of similarities in the way they play, but we'll see. I think that it's going to be an easy one for Chelsea against Southampton, unless the Saints all of a sudden decide to become really Saints and pull up powers from on a high. Well, the Arsenal game will start by 9:15, just as well as Aston Villa. So for those of you who would watch the other games, you can at least watch the first 45 minutes before you switch to the Arsenal game. I definitely be putting my eye on Chelsea, Southampton, or probably Man City, Nottingham Forest. I think I watched the Man City, Nottingham Forest. I take the Liverpool game for granted that it's a win. It's a win. It's a difficult place to go to. Newcastle Townside is a difficult place to go to, but the kind of form that Liverpool are in, we saw them against Madrid, saw them against Manchester City. I don't think Newcastle is the team that will stop them. But then again, when a team is doing well, it is always some teams that are not doing too well that would end up, becoming their harbinger. But let's see how this one goes. We would find out before the day runs out, definitely. Well, Ruud van Nistelrooy have started his journey with Leicester City, and they got a good win. Jamie Vardy was among the goals. Everything is fine. I hope he keeps it going. Like I said before, the Manchester United interim job is one of the best things that's ever happened to his career, because he will look back and say it is the performance that he put up there that made it easy for him to get into the room and slaughter. That's why I always say, whatever opportunity you're given, no matter how small it is, use it and give it your all, because you never can tell who's watching and how that will reflect on your CV or on your references. And that's exactly what has happened with him. Well, there's a 14-year-old in the Arsenal team that everybody is making noise about. But before we go there, I'm going to throw this question in the air. I know Bobby's not watching now, but we'll watch later. Bobby, what's happening with Chido B. Martin? Because by now, I expect that he will be playing. But when I look at the Man United team, and this is the reason why I'm asking this question. Okay. The other time they said that he was having registration problem, blah, 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 blah. I think that registration problem have been sorted out. Now, between the time Eric Ten Hag signed him and now, this is the third coach he's going to be working with. Eric Ten Hag, Ruud van Nistelrooy, and Ruben Amorim. I agree that Ruben Amorim have worked in places where he had to give young players a chance. But think about this for a minute. He's never worked in a club this big with this much pressure. Now, most of the players will want to prove themselves. So, Joshua Orobosa Zexi is willing to go the whole 9 yard. Rasmus Højlund is willing to go the whole 9 yard. Now, Marcus Rashford, instead of playing wide on the left, have been drafted through the middle again. What has happened to Chidobe Martins? Has he not gone from frying pan to fire? Well, time will tell. They say he's still a young boy, but that's exactly what Arteta told him. You're still a young kid. You would play. Give it some time. No, I want to go. Malu, where they hurry to go abroad. He go come back as Combi for. It's as simple as that. But a lot of people don't understand. Malu, you know Malu? Yes, Malu where they hurry to go abroad. Now come beef, he go come back as. I'm not trying to say he made the choice to go to Man United, but I've always said that making that move to Man United was a wrong move. Man United was a ship in the storm. You're not going to come. Nobody's going to give a teenager the chance to run the rules around and try to change Man United. Let us be honest, whether in the cup games or whatever, nobody's going to do that, because the team is not winning. And when a team is not winning, they focus more on whatever it is they can do to make sure they get result. And I am sorry, Chidobe Martins, you are not the solution to Manchester United problem. So it is a case, okay, of making the wrong choices, like when Kelechi Iheanacho made the Man City choice. His father said he's going to play with the big boys. He's going to play with the team that will win the league title. Well, so I went. We would see as time progresses, but let's keep it going. And then there's a whole lot of other, part of the conversation that we will look at today. First off, why is the English FA really trying to persecute Marc Guehi? Because for me, these are some of those things that you just ignore and it will blow away. But when you create a storm in a teacup, a storm definitely might just come over. And that's exactly what happened. Mourinho never takes away missed the opportunity to get in the storm. His team won 3-1 yesterday, but then we saw where he ran to go and drag his assistant out of the celebration. I don't know what that means, what he was doing, but hey, it is what it is. That's Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho must be in the news. Manuel Neuer clattered a Bayer Leverkusen player and got his first ever red card. But that jamming, man, what's wrong with Manuel Neuer? Got his first red card in his career, but whatever it is, it helped Xabi Alonso's Bayer Leverkusen to knock FC Bayern out of the German Cup, which is called the DFB Pokal. That said, it means that there are only 2 trophies that Bayern can win now: the UEFA Champions League or the German Bundesliga. Would you, my audience, my community, would you say that they can win the Bundesliga or the Champions League, the Bayern that you have seen so far this season? Having said that, while I wait for your question, there's another major talking point that they are having. All of a sudden, Jorginho said yesterday that he thinks that Bukayo Saka will win the Ballon d'Or. I don't know, it was a joke. It's not like I take the Ballon d'Or award serious. Only Africans take it very serious, and Cristiano Ronaldo as well. I really don't take it serious because an award that is voted by people based on their sentiment and not based on reality or fact, it's not an award that I take serious. I mean, if you're a striker, I'm going to judge you by the number of goals you score. If you're a defender, I'm going to judge you by the number of games that you people win with a clean sheet, or you're a goalkeeper the same way. I'm not going to judge you based on who won the Ballon d'Or and who doesn't. Okay, it's not important. But even in the sentiment, emotional, and not so well arranged way of giving the award, I want to break some things down. There are players. Mohamed Salah have not won the Ballon d'Or. He's a white player who plays the exact position that Bukayo Saka plays. Whether you agree or you disagree, Bukayo Saka, I have never seen him meet up to 50% of Mo Salah's performance in any season. As a matter of fact, Bukayo Saka's worst season, Mo Salah's worst season is Bukayo Saka's best season. So this whole talk, and that's I said something to someone yesterday. I said the thing is, Arsenal fans have been so starved of success for a very long time, and what they do is anything that they see, they use it to measure and say, oh, this is the best, so that when you ask them, oh, you've not won the Champions League, you say, we have the best player, Bukayo Saka. We have the best young player, Waneri. We have the best midfielder. Okay. Yesterday again, I also saw an AFTV, one of their posts. Somebody posted and said that Martin Odegaard is the best midfielder right now in the world. And I was like, wait a minute. How the hell did we get to the place where Martin Odegaard, who cannot pass ball to the left to save his life, is the best midfielder in the world? Well, that's the kind of world we live in right now. When I say football is dying, people say I don't know what I'm saying. My expectations are too high. I'm raising the bar too much. I cannot even meet the standard that I'm setting. Well, maybe I cannot, but I just have the right to have expectations. And if you not like it, well, you have the right to also not like my expectations, but I have expectations. Well, even though the Bible says that the expectations of the righteous shall not be cut short, football, our expectations are being cut short every day. Bukayo Saka, Ballon d'Or. Okay, Ruud van Nistelrooy began his tenure as Leicester City's coach. His style as the Foxes secured a commanding 3-1 victory over Julian Lopetegui's West Ham at the King Power Stadium last night. Speaking to Optus Sports after the game, Van Nistelrooy attributed the win to the team's energy, fighting spirit, and unity. He described the performance as a great night for the team, highlighting the collective effort that led to the impressive result. Timothy Dembo, you did work, Sha. Jesus Christ, you did work. I owe you full, Malu.
TV radio.
In the end, you look at the results and the 3 points in the position that we are in are vital. Also, with the other fixtures of this playing round, we knew it was a big one for us. The result was that mattered. Of course, I've also seen the game, and West Ham was dominant, had so many chances, so many shots, but I think our fighting spirit, our togetherness got us through the game, and we were very effective in scoring ourselves. So a great night in the end.
Elegbete TV radio. We dare to lead.
For me, Chelsea in the next 5-10 years.
In this life, I want to advise people, football fans, use sense to follow football. Don't use stats to follow football, because if you use stats to follow football, you will not understand. You will never understand football. You see, those of you who do not watch football, who just come out of nowhere and pick statistics and say, "Oh, this is it." Una they always make posts where make una look like uno get sense. So let me put some things. I just read something now. Osagi Ikponwe, sorry. Wrote, he said Man United minutes played by academy players in the 2023-2024 season. Manchester United 4,971 versus 13 minutes for Arsenal. By that, I think Chidobe made the right move. It sound on the surface, it sound like very intelligent post, but in between the lines, the foolishness with that post, let's address it. Because sometimes when you let things slide, you say, I see him for Elegbete life, so it must be true. Let's deal with it first. Where did those academy players play in? One, today, how many players are ahead? A couple of years ago, I asked Odion, why didn't you go to Man United in the first time, knowing fully well that it is the club of your dream? And he said something that I would never forget. It was a private conversation. And he said, who go bench Zlatan Ibrahimovic for Odion? And then they got Anthony Martial. And we know how Anthony Martial ended. Later, Odion came to play for Man United. I don't know if you get my point. But the point you raise here did not follow rational reasoning. In football analysis, rational reasoning is what you follow. So who are the players ahead of Chidobe Martin? Rashford, he ain't going nowhere. Joshua Zexi, fighting for his life. Rasmus Højlund, or whatever his name is, the Man United version of Erling Haaland, he ain't going nowhere. So these are three top strikers in front of him. He's not a midfielder, he's not a wide player, he's a forward, or at best a second striker. So please tell me, where is he going to play? So when we talk about, he will not play as a top striker, he will play as a second striker. Bruno Fernandes is the captain of the team. He plays in that position. Where is he going to play? So when you bring this your stats, use the stats and use it well. Do not use it to confuse yourself, thinking you're confusing me. That's why I always say rational reasoning is the reason why they paid school fees for us to go to school. Start part reasoning is letting somebody else plug their own ideas in your head and use remote control to control you. The position the player plays matters a whole lot. Who is going to come and let you play in that position and, just put Joshua Zexi on the bench? You know the easiest way to lose your dressing room is to take small boys and play them. Pep Guardiola started it with letting Cancelo go play Rico Lewis. Today, he's paying the price. It's time now for them, Rico Lewis and Foden, to deliver. Okay, now. Marc, we're saying it. Chelsea in the next 5 to 10 years will be dominating English football, according to Enzo Maresca. And this is what he said. The coach of Chelsea, Enzo Maresca, said that the team would be a dominant force in English football in the next 5 to 10 years. Ahead of their game against Southampton at St. Mary's later tonight, Maresca, during the pre-match press conference, mentioned that this was a belief he shared with the club when he first joined. He reiterated that he still feels the same way. Feel the same way, adding that the team is heading in the right direction. He also emphasized his commitment to improving the players, stating that his focus remains on their development. Now, this club have players who are developing. They've not reached their peak yet, according to the coach and from what we're seeing. And they are already challenging at the top. Okay, remember when the season was about to start and I said, forget all this smoke screen, all this crisis that Chelsea are having. They are a title contender as far as I'm concerned. And when the season started, they lost. I first came to Man City, and the way the result was going, and Mikel Obi was over the top against Nicholas Jackson. I was just laughing. I remember standing here against Mikel Obi, and people were attacking me. Oh, I am choosing outsider against my own. It wasn't just that, because I was seeing football. I was not being padded by anybody's opinion. I was seeing football, and I was seeing the way the team was working. And I knew that barring major injuries, this team is that team that would compete to the end of the season, because they have wiggle rooms more than any other team. But let's hear from Enzo Maresca. Enzo, Ava.
For me, Chelsea in the next 5-10 years will be one of the team that is going to dominate English football. This is what I said to the club the first time I met them. No matter who will be the manager, for the next 5-10 years, because of the age and because of the squad, you can dominate English football. And I still think exactly the same. Now, in terms of target, they didn't ask me any target. The only thing they asked me is to try to build for the next years something important. I think we are in the right direction. And in terms of personal target, I know that from outside you struggle to believe, but I just finished to see how today, this afternoon, the session we can help the players to improve and the team to improve. I'm focused about Southampton for sure, but I'm not focused about end of season, next season, 2 season, because it's not real.
I like that from his standpoint. Okay, you obviously want to hear your coach say we're competing to win the league title, but I also like pragmatic, honest, realistic coaches who look at the situation that they are in and say, you know what, I'm not going to put the weight of expectations on my players. Because the thing about it, when a coach comes out and say we're going to win the league title, if you don't have players with nerves and still who can deal with it, it might destroy them. Okay, but if you have players who have the bones. I remember when Arsene Wenger said we're going to go this season unbeaten, and then when Ronnie came and damaged it, the next season they went and go and prove it. Okay, but those players were mature, those players were grown, those players were big. This just sitting there, young players. I like when a coach comes out and talk like this, because what he's done is he's tampered expectation. He did not go above it, and he's also made it very clear to the media, the fans, and the audience. And one of the things he said what I like, when I first listened to it, I was like, okay, good, this is good. What is reminded the coach, the club, the fans, and even the board that, look, when I came in here, you guys didn't give me target to say go and win league. Don't come and say because we're not in third or second, join second now. Oh, go and win the league. No, that's not it. We have a project that is set on, the ambition is we want to be the best team, we want to dominate football in the next 5 to 10 years from now, which is a good plan. If you now look, it now makes sense, the length of the contract at the beginning to their players, the age of the players that they have, the way they structure the team and all that. Because now this is not the core of the team, this is the base of the team. If the need requires bringing in 2, 3, or 4 experienced players to now mold them together, which is reverse building. In the Roman era, they build the core from the team, the academy, and the young English players, Frank Lampard, John Terry from the academy, and all that, and then they start bringing in the core, which is almost similar anyway, because they brought in Ballack, Makalele, Didi Drogba, all these guys now integrated together over a period of time, and then they became champions in the league, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Champions League in 2012, and then the subsequent one that Thomas Tuchel won for them. So it's more like remodeling that idea. I think the body must have sat down and said, you know what, people might say anything about Roman Abramovich, but the man did a good job for us. So let's just follow his ideology and achieve success. And that's exactly what's going on. So Chelsea fans, the journey ahead is a beautiful and an exciting one, according to your coach. But I know that this season, Chelsea are going to be in the title race at the end of the season. Well, let's go to Aston Villa. One moment, this is what the praise does. One moment they were unplayable. They beat Bayern Munich. They beat everybody. AC Milan. They drew Juventus. They can't even lose to anybody. They were holding everybody down. Top of the Champions League group. League, they are in second or third position. They are chasing it. Everybody's even saying, why are we talking about Arsenal, Man City when Aston Villa is coming on the Ferrari or Aston Martin, and they are pressing it. They are catching up. Wow. It's like we look at the picture too early. It doesn't look like Aston Martin or a Ferrari now. It's looking like a Toyota Yaris. The vehicle is looking like a Yaris now. So let's go to Aston Villa and hear from Unai Emery what is really going on. Aston Villa hosts Brentford tonight in match day 14 of the Premier League as they seek to end an 8-game winless run in all competition. The team last won a game in October, defeating Bologna 2-0 at home in the UEFA Champions League. Since then, they have suffered 5 losses and recorded 3 draws across all competition. Football hard, bro. Football hard. Who would have told Pep that he would go through November without picking a point? Who would have told Unai Emery that after that win in October, he not go see win again? He go to look for win like this. He go to look for win. He go need to go to Babalawo to find win. Jesus Christ. I know we have football hard. He hard. Speaking at the pre-match press conference ahead of tonight's game at Villa Park, head coach Unai Emery addressed the team's poor run of form. When asked how he plans to improve the team, he said the only way to achieve better results is by continuing to work harder. Okay, harder. Yes, Emery also expressed confidence in his players and their ability to bounce back. Okay, talk about harder. Who's ever done that Jerusalem exercise and the girl is shouting harder? Because I've never experienced it in my life, right? Who shouts harder? Like, I don't understand. If you know what I'm telling you, in the Ministry of Penetration, people just say that, and I'm like, is it really true that happens? I don't know, but I'm just asking. Well, let's go to Mr. Good Evening and see whether I will do it harder.
Work. The only way I know is work even harder and analyzing deeply everything. Sometimes we can score easy. Sometimes we are not scoring easy. There are points in the way. But of course, when we are cutting chances, when we are with the players we have, usually they are scoring goals. I am confident even when they are not being clinical. And hopefully tomorrow is a good challenge and good day to recover scoring or playing well, trying to impose and dominate against the opponent. Stop them better than the last matches we did maybe. And this is my work. The solution is try through our work to correct things and try to recover after our work, confidence, playing, dominating, being successful each one with their qualities, and then, of course, at the end, winning. But we are not thinking to win. We are thinking the process to win.
Mesdemoiselles, mesdames et messieurs, je vous dis bonsoir. Je m'appelle Oufama Demot et ce soir, je suis avec Elegbete sur Elegbete TV Radio.
Elegbete TV Radio. We are not just about radio, TV, or YouTube numbers. We are all about connecting with people. and creating a community of great minds and values.
All right, the debate is on. Everybody is chiming in on that Chidobe Martins conversation. I hear you. Whatever, let me pronounce that name well now. Let me try and pronounce that name well. He said Chidobe Martins is 17. He is one for the future. At Arsenal, did we not tell him that you're one for the future and he did not listen? You know, when Man United were convincing him to move, they gave him a convinced line that he was going to play regularly. What was the difference? Arteta said you're one for the future. Part of the reason why we're not even going to buy an out-and-out striker is to keep watching you and see what would happen. You understand? But Oga say he want to play, and then we hear that time that Eric Ten Hag, you could tell only a fool would not know that Eric Ten Hag will be fired. Somebody that they needed to do appraisal, they needed to go while he was on the job. They were talking to Thomas Tuchel, they were talking to different coaches. Ruben Amorim, they were talking to him. What's the guy that was at Brighton that's gone to Italian league? And they were talking to him, and you wake up and you think that guy is going to stay for long because that guy, whatever that guy tells you, God, I beg you, whatever guy tells you is what you believe and you move. See, I'm not saying that he will not play football, but somewhere down the line, Chidobe Martins will realize. And when I say this thing, it sounds like, because you're an Arsenal fan, you're bitter. No, I'm not. If you know me very well, I'm an Arsenal fan that criticizes Arsenal more than even our enemies, if there's any such word. Okay, our rivals. The thing is, Chidobe Martins' movement is money-oriented, simple and short. His agent, some people just want to be in certain circle and they will make sacrifices. Like Such Knight wanted to grow, sacrifice Tupac. PDD wanted to grow, sacrifice Biggie. That kind of thing. Just make sacrifice for useless reasons and then just make progress. Extend your network. Okay, I already have my network within the Arsenal space. Let me expand my network to Obasi. Obasi is his agent now. Let me expand a network into the Manchester United circle. There is no way. Say, check Man United striking history. When was the last time, apart from when Rooney, have they given a kid the chance to run the lines for Man United? Let's think now. Let's even take it from Eric Cantona. Let's come to Dwight York, Andy Cole, Dwight York, Terry Sheringham, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. As a good reach, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was a very good striker. Cannot start. Was always coming off the bench. It could be. Then I gave him a title, super sub. What's the guy? The Mexican guy, Chicharito. All the guys. Tevez. When did you have an academy kid at 17 or 18 leading the line for a big club like Manchester United? Only Barcelona makes such gambles. And when they do it for players that are coming through their rank. Let Barcelona make those kind of gamble. No other club really does that. So in football, that position is like the center-back position as well. They would rather go and buy. The Man United not go and buy Lenny Yoro. Are you telling me that there is no young player in the academy of that quality? The truth is, sometimes when people bring on this third-party argument, I just sit back and I watch when a ship is sinking. Remember when the Arsene Wenger ship was sinking? He was busy playing every young player. Arsenal became the academy for all. All them Nasris, Fabregas, Danielson, Flamini, any kid who can kick the ball, Alexander Song, give them a chance. You understand? Look at just recently now that the club decided, we want to compete again. We went to buy Declan Rice over 100 million. We got Kai Havertz 65 million. We got what's it called? All the player we got what's that midfielder? Merino. You think that there is no young player in the academy? Because that's how football works. That's the practical way football works. You can throw all the statistics and all the numbers in front of me. I will tell you here, Chidobe Martins will not get more games at Man United than he would have gotten at Arsenal. It's that simple. I don't care. There's no 17-year-old boy. There's no world. There's no utopian football world where a 17-year-old boy will be leading the line at Man United. Not even in the cup games. That's just the basic fact. So if you're going to be playing all those under 23, under 19 friendly games, if that's the reason why you make that bold move to Manchester United, be my guest. But you see, this Man United that you now have Ruben Amorim, that the expectation is go there and make us challengers. As City are dropping, it is your responsibility to fit him. But don't forget, if Pep Guardiola doesn't get sacked through this storm, he's going to start his rebuild. And if you know Pep very well, his rebuild produces results instantly. So there's going to be another run in for them. Maybe it's Liverpool that will drop, but this Liverpool that I'm saying, Chidobe Martins, you go know when the time comes. I might be wrong. I mean, I'm open to be wrong, but in this type of things, my percentage of wrong be very, very few. So I stick to my guts. Let's go to Ruben Amorim and the importance of being brave. Okay. Manchester United visit the Emirates tonight to face Arsenal. Both teams who were also drawn against each other in the FA Cup on Monday night will be looking to outdo one another in their rivalry face-off. You see, as an Arsenal fan, I've always said, irrespective of the form that Man United is in, we always win against Man United with God help me. It has nothing to do with our form. We can be in the best form of our life. Playing against Manchester United is never easy. So anybody who sits where they have seen many people posting, Arsenal will run over them, Arsenal will score 5. It's not like it cannot happen. No, it can happen. But this Man United can still beat Arsenal by 4-0 at the Emirates. There's no form. Ruben Amorim has made a flying start as Manchester United coach, but this match presents a bigger test in terms of opposition quality. Speaking at the pre-match press conference, Amorim stated that the approach he wants his players to take against Mikel Arteta's Arsenal is to be brave, understand the moments of the game, and create dominating phases during the match. That dominating phases, you might not go fit to with this Arsenal unless before this match, Odegaard injured. Dominating phases, forget them. But say me, I know they worry, I dey lie. I'm worried. Man United. I know that they played 3 games with Amorim and against very weak team. Ipswich Town, Bodo Glimt, Everton, but I am worried.
It's important to be brave. When I say brave, it's not to pressing all the time in the Raya. It's not the same. We have to understand the game, the moments of the game, and we need to have the ball. That is a key point because we want to have the ball. We want also to dominate some moments of the game because you know that in these matches is hard to control all the game. And we have, if I have to say something, we have to be brave and to play the game.
Get entertained. There's nothing like listening to Elegbete TV radio. It's fun.
Yeah, before I come to explain the role of media, we've been hearing from quality coaches, Unai Emery, Maresca, Amorim. Let's hear one Legbere coach, so that we'll put a balance to it. One Mukite coach, Legbere. Since somebody have made me Utoma one of Uganda, let's go to their coach as well, because every day is talking about it. So let's talk about this coach a bit, please. All right, the coach of Newcastle United. Newcastle hosts informed Liverpool at Tyneside tonight as they look to end their 15 games with Jesus Christ. You know, 15 just now. Winless run against the Reds. Liverpool, who have lost just 1 game all season, will be aiming to maintain their fine form and extend the point gap at the top of the table. Speaking at the pre-match press conference, Newcastle coach Eddie Howe hailed Liverpool's impressive performance this season and noted that this team would need to display defensive solidity to get something from the game. In other words, we are not even going to attack. That's what he's saying. I mean, that's my own interpretation of what he's saying. You want to defend against Liverpool now?
Yeah, I think very good, very strong. What a week they've had when you look at Real Madrid and then Manchester City. 2 very good performances. I think they're a team at the moment playing with full confidence. They've got still the sort of the hallmark of Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp, but obviously Arne Slot's had his time with the team and he's tweaked certain things, and it makes them a really difficult proposition because they've added new strengths. Players are playing well. The front players are notoriously very strong, so it's going to need to be a good defensive performance from us, and certainly we're going to have to pose them questions the other way as well.
This is radio like you never heard before. Elegbete TV Radio, the pathfinder for radio. Let's go! This is radio like you never heard before. Elegbete TV Radio, the best in entertainment and sport.
Some people wicked. They say Aston Villa don't leave Aston Martin, go take Kia Picanto. Oh God, Kia Picanto. Every time I hear that word Kia Picanto, remember my friend Timi Dakolo. This life, forget. Who struggle will succeed. Forget. I remember in 2007 when Timi Dakolo won Idols West Africa, who were all over the top. The guy had to move to Lagos. $10,000 that was promised, they not even reach his hand, they not see him. They gave him a Kia Picanto. My brother was living in an uncompleted building in a mirror. This life. Forget people would succeed. Who will succeed? Just keep working hard. Forget what people talk. There was nothing we know here. Like everybody had an opinion about Timi that period. Me too, it got to me because sometimes when you know, all these people that time, Facebook was a real micro blogging site. They're talking, everybody was talking. They know that it's not good enough. Omaomi has released the song. He can't even sing. He doesn't even know how to sing. Singing other people's song, it's not the same thing as singing your own song. So he's my guy, so he was getting to me. He was really biting me hard on the skin. And I remember, I used to have an office at Engineering Close, the third floor of Engineering Close then, Engineering Building. And he would come, we'll stay, we'll go and eat today. Then sometimes we'll drive to Cobham's studio in Ogudu. We'll drive to Cobham's studio in Ogudu. We'll stay there from morning till night. There were a lot of songs. Hey, God, this life there. Life is funny. To me, I'd done like 19 songs at the time, written, recorded, mastered. But they were just, Cobhams is a different kind of guy. It's a Quincy Jones kind of guy. It's like, no, the tide is not good. Let us wait. While we were waiting, if you see talk, and then things were not really going well. So people were caught between, is he going to be a gospel singer? Is he going to be a secular singer? What kind of music will he sing? He never even find himself. And then his girlfriend, the girl that was that he left him. And I remember the girl told him that, look, you have bad luck. How can somebody win competition and he's suffering? I cannot be living in this uncompleted building with you. Blah, blah, blah. There was nothing. I told him, I said to me, forget. Then they agreed to let that music, Let It Shine, come out. And we sat down. I was like, to me, say this music now, people go to sing a gospel song. But you are telling the story of your life. But because of this, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, people go to sing a gospel song. To me, say, let them think. Man, just let me release this song. And then he released that song. And then he released Heaven Please, the one he did with MI. And then he released Is It Really Over? When he released Is It Really Over? The song about that babe. That was what he was just singing. And everybody was like, okay. It's like, he's a bit single. He get voice, so. It's like, yeah. Then he released other ones. Then the boom moment was when he released that song that looked like a national anthem, Great Nation. Oh God, that song is the only thing that made me got a query in my file in Brilla FM. I play the music, Timi Dakolo wife find my numbers. I want to talk to this guy. Play. Just the same way Murphy made Adekunle Gold popular. God. How about this other say to play your music, give me money? Shall be give you money. A young artist when they come up, you could ask him to give you money. If you get money, you could be your upcoming artist. Thank God for YouTube and social media, all this streaming. Thank God. Back in the day, people they suffer. I remember I used to walk from one radio station to the other, made a play to me music. Somebody will win Idols. Life. I said to me, I'm going to write a song for your wedding. I'm going to write a song just for your wedding, just to say thank you for believing in me. I said, but it don't matter. We go believe in each other. And he did that song. Oh, this is the woman I love. Remember that song? The original version was R&B. He now changed it to what's it called? Come on, I said no. Let's make it in reggae song. But the original one, I have the copy. I have the CD somewhere in this whole house. The original one that he wrote, because we're together in the office when he was writing that song. My guys, you know what I'm telling you guys the story. Pursue your dream. Forget what people they talk. Side attraction, forget. You know, like is it 2017, 2007? 10 years later, when I got sacked in Brilla, to me was the first person I told, like, Uber sacked me. And he laughed. He said, the table that turn. I said, what do you mean by the table that turn? He said, see, you remember that time they give me motivation speaking advice? Now your turn now. I'll give you motivation speaking too. I will follow you anywhere. I will push you anywhere you want me to push you. But don't give up. And then he said something that I've never forgotten. He said, God is too wise to leave the destiny of anybody in any one man's hands. So just go pursue your dream. And this is an opportunity for you to make greatness on your own terms. Timi Dakolo, I love that man. Guy, I love that man. Say, go meet your big boss now. Go meet her. No ask her for money. Ali, no give money. No ask her money. But just go hang around them, listen to them, give you some words of wisdom. And you know, his person, his influence, people know that you are with him. You know, if you just soften the ground. And I did. Hey, see where we are now. 17,000 plus YouTube channel, you know, produce the Nigerian League. Like me. I produce the Nigerian League. Okay, member of advisory board for the Nigerian National Sports Commission, you know, doing some stuff, help Nigeria win Olympic bronze medal, doing a whole lot of things. I think that sometimes when you look back and see where you're coming from, you have more reason to be grateful than to complain. Yes, there is complaint. There is a lot of things to complain. Let's be very honest. There's a lot of things to complain about. There's a lot of sadness. Sometimes I cry myself to sleep. But to be very honest, I am grateful. And not just for me, but for the people that I have, the community that I have, the people that I know that every morning when I come here to do my life, I'm going to quarrel with some people, fight with some people, but they're still with me. They're my guys. Like, I don't want to make friends that I'll be afraid to quarrel with. My wife is a very cautious person, for instance. And I tell her the reason why you don't have good friends is that you know, if they tell your friends if something they pay you, like they vex you, that they do something. Me, I quarrel with my friends. If you're my friend, you know that, man. I tell you, man, you fuck up. You fuck up. You misbehave. I don't do any artists when we say go affect all of us. Because I don't get the space to make a new friend again. You're my friend. But you fuck up or you idiot. That's the kind of friend. I also want you to tell me if I did fuck up about you really Chris. You know guesses. That's the kind of people I want in my team. No, if I love Precious, that little girl. Precious. Bros, you see now me about this one, you know that well at all. You know, just try. I like that kind of conversation. So let's come to one of the things that I want to address off the back of yesterday's show. So let me break some things down. There is mainstream media, there is new media, which is the social media. Then there are the practitioners. Mainstream medias are the OAPs, presenters, analysts that you see. New media are content creators. Now let's talk about the activators, the agenda of this media. Mainstream media owe it to the public to address issues and decide to set the tone of the agenda. So let me give you a good example. They listen to what the government or the people are saying at the same time and aggregate it well. They know when what we are going to say now would heat up the polity and might cause a riot. They will tamper it down. They know when to say, you know what, the country's been too calm, everybody's been too quiet, things are just going wrong and nobody's saying anything. They know how to heat it up, they know who to call, bring people on. That's the job of the mainstream media. In other words, they are also advocacies, information givers, entertainers, and also people who act as pressure group to put a balance on the scale. Content creators came in as a vacuum because mainstream media was no longer doing their job and doing it well, and especially in the pursuit of happiness and dynamism in content creation. Mainstream media look at NTA. When you were growing up, NTA, you would sit down, one rainbow line will show on the screen, one sound will come out for like 10 minutes, and then arise. The national anthem would be rendered, and then news, information will start. They'll give you a program rundown and all that. Then as we begin to grow, Bob Television came in 1991. It didn't stay. Then it came back again in 1993. It was Bob Television. From Bob Television, that's when you people who live in Lagos had Clapperboard, GBN, all night shift, all those things. But generally, digital television came in 1991, and then 93 they came full stream. Bob Television, Cartoon Network, Channel O, CNN. If you remember, if you're my generation and you're well to do, the satellite was very big. It was a very big dish. Remember? That time. And then we grew and grew and grew and became the smaller dish, and it became multi-choice, M-Web. Originally it was supposed to come with a dish that also comes with internet, because that's the way it was, like the Skybus in the UK. But then, stories change. So media changes. But as that came in, also came the introduction of what they call the internet, international network, right? Now, international network took what we used to have as MSN, Hotmail chat room, Yahoo Messengers chat room, and it brought in a whole lot of children. When the internet comes in, a lot of extras. Okay, from us going to cyber cafe, phones now evolved to match up what the internet is becoming. We now have smartphones, and now with that evolution, tech became MIT, Tech, Silicon Valley, both in the US. And then in India became a thing of job opportunity. Now with this opportunity, there's always branches. Nobody plants a tree and it grows single. There's always branches. The branches became all these app creations where you have the dating app, the social media app like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Likey, TikTok, all of this. Now as they are coming, all of their own is vacuum. The agencies, the owners of this app, the first thing they did was to give people money to become the first people like them, Gary V, people like the guy who was doing ridiculousness, what's his name? All of these guys, they were the earliest set of people who became influencers and content creators. Their job is not to impress you. Their job is to promote the channels that they are on, the platform that they are on, to convince people that if you get on this platform, you will make money. They were the what we call the game changers. They broke the gate. We used to have gatekeepers who determine whether you are qualified to be in media or not. In my case, for instance, they said I had information, but my voice was not good enough to be there. So all of that, they broke the gate, broke the fence, opened the road, right? So it became earn as you walk. Yeah, if you can create enough content, you can earn. Remember, if you do not, maybe you have other ones in your circle who used to say that Marc Angel was foolish, until we start hearing that Marc Angel is making, right currently, he makes over $250,000 every month. Now, if they remove stealing, they remove pilfering, stealing, corruption, there is no politician that earns that amount of money in Nigeria. If you go with their normal salary, from the lowest rank politician to the highest one, the president, nobody earns that kind of amount of money every month. So people now start saying it. So you look at people who ordinarily will not get a job, even within the media space, and are creating content. Where am I going? I need to build this background so that you understand. A content creator have a lot of challenge that somebody who is, for instance, Tony Becker, the remote, does not bother whether they buy diesel or they don't buy diesel. His job is to come into the studio, label his mic, his mouth, his big voice on the microphone, and then you hear. He doesn't bother about internet. He doesn't bother about transmitter. He doesn't bother about antenna. He doesn't bother about diesel, NEPA, all that. No. He does that talking, and there is no check. Nobody check whether people are hearing or people are not hearing. The month end, he gets paid. Now, a content creator, on the other hand, if Tony wants to go to the African Cup of Nations or the World Cup, his organization would pay. They will raise the fund, give him money by his flight ticket, give him money, take care of his accommodation, his feeding and everything, and also give him allowance for being there. So in that regard, he will do the bidding of his organization based on the agenda that they have, the kind of news item that they want. But a content creator, and I'm saying this because of my brother Lucky, his attack on Toby yesterday, and it's a common thing that is a recurring decimal. So after my show yesterday, I told about it, I said this is more of an ignorant situation rather than a knowledge situation. So let's use this. This is an opportunity for us to learn. So a content creator first thing goes out there to meet a sponsor and say, look, I am going to the African Cup of Nations. I can create branded content for you. And then in some cases, I'm going to share my own experience too. In some cases, the brand, let's say you go to a bet company, the brand will say, that active players cannot be used for our product, but there is a way we can work around the content. It's called ambush marketing, where you would interview these players and put our logo there, and then you share it with us. We put it on our platform. One, it will help us gain traction. So in the course of that, they give you the money. You go to the camp of the African Nations Cup or the camp of the Eagles. It is your responsibility to break protocol, to liaise with people and get the players' attention. The players are not always available. They'll tell you, I don't want to do interview. You have to cajole them, caress them, please them. Some of the things you do, once you get that money, you start looking, who's the player that will give me enough traction so that this sponsor will not only sponsor me for this tournament, but want to work with me subsequently. You look at the big person there. And who's the biggest person in the Super Eagles right now? Victor Osimhen. Next is Victor Boniface, because they are active on social media. If you go there and go and be pursuing Lookman, and he give you all those British response, and it doesn't drive numbers, my brother, that sponsor first go verse for you. Secondly, you cannot go there again. Your proposal next time, find somewhere else. And the funny thing, the market is so small. There are two types of marketing. When you do a job so well, where the sponsor say, what other project can we do together? You don't win. Or somebody else who's doing the same business like them sees what you've done for this, and then they reach out to you straight up and say, we saw what you did with this person. Can you do the same with us in this next tournament that is coming? You don't win. So you are always going to catch the biggest, the fattest cow at every given time when you have the opportunity, even if it means you'll be insulted by people like Lucky Ogale and others. That's the way content creators' job is. The NFF, on the other hand, have a YouTube channel, a Twitter handle, an Instagram handle, a TikTok handle. If they want to promote their players, it is their job. Every team have a social media team. You see, when you watch Omar goes to different club and that. Let me tell you the process. First, Omar needs an AIP card. AIP is the highest body that regulates journalists across the world. Whether you're content creator, you want to do sports, you go get AIP card. I have mine. My team, everybody have their own. You renew every year. You pay in dollars to renew that card every year. Then you have your SWAN card, which is your national organization that will recommend you to AIP as that. We know Amo, they do sports for this country. Yeah, yes, it's one of our own, is our member. You also pay to carry that card for 1 year. Every year you renew. Now, for you to not go cover games, you will write. Yeah, these are things that people don't know, but let me explain here. You will write and tell the club that you are coming, or you are from so and so place. If you listen carefully when Omar is doing his interview, Omar is based in Germany, but he always say Omar Katuba, Omar Sports Nigeria. You know why? If he apply as a German, he go dead down on the list. If he apply as a Nigerian, it might just be the 1 or 2 or 3 persons that are coming from Nigeria. So they will easily give him accreditation. Now, sometimes too, they still turn him back. They reject him that, no, we don't have opening for you. We have filled up our quota for this game. We cannot. He goes down for a house. Or he go find another match group. So every weekend you see him apply to maybe 10, 20 clubs. And sometimes you see him in Bulgaria, in Spain, in Germany, and the rest. That's how it works. It's all his money. When he's done, we probably have a sponsorship, a partnership with TransferGo. When he's done collecting that money, you're not going to go there and tell him who to promote and who not to promote. Again, this mentality, it should be divorced. We are growing. This idea that anytime a journalist or a content creator is producing content around a player or a coach, it's because they've given him money. It should stop. Because when you people go out there say those things, what you're actually doing is you're killing an entire industry. I would tell you for free, there is no player, especially this generation of player, that will give you money. Ask yourself, look at all the content that content creators are creating about these players. Have you seen them share them on their platform? No. That's how much uninterested they are about the growth of any content creator. But make Fabrizio Romano talk something about them. You will see them reshare it. That's the way the black people are. But you need to understand this first before you judge a content creator. Having said that, let's also put another caveat to the talk. If you are a content creator, and let's use Ademola Lookman as a case study, and I know I tweeted something about him some time ago and people did not understand. Some people will just be, that some people think that to go popular on social media is for you to be rude to people. They were just meaning so. I said, Ademola Lookman does not need me or any journalist to promote him. Ademola Lookman needs his team. If you're earning $100,000, $200,000 or pounds a week or euros a week, and you do not realize that you need to put out maybe $10,000 or $20,000 as your media team. You see, True Second, his media team, there is 20. He travels with them, whether on private jet and everywhere he goes. So if you call True Second and say you want to interview, if you don't want to interview with you, don't get your time. He gets his own team that documents everything he does. Well managed and sync with his wife. Look at Neymar. I mean, Neymar is something you guys can see. Go to Netflix, you will see the video of Neymar. You see the media team here, 250 people working for Neymar. People who are on social media looking for negative comment. Anything you say, they will come at you. They already send virus to you to shut you down. That's how you do it. In today's world, you need your media team to power your brand. When David Beckham was doing it in the early days, people thought it was foolish. The King of Qatar is coming to England. It's been hosted by the royal family. They invited David Beckham. Other people not play ball for England. Some people play ball now, they are hooked up in alcohol. The ones who are lucky are doing media. There's a reason why that is. You think them Rio Ferdinand, Gary Neville, Jimmy Carragher, all these other guys, they feel that they don't want to stay at home. If you turn on Talk Sports, who are the people who are presenting shows today? We were still far behind in Nigeria. The people who are doing the job are these ex-players, because that's the only place now they cannot be relevant. Unfortunately, we don't have that understanding yet. So we think that everybody, some of us, let's be very honest, some of us content creators, broke as we are, we get money past these players, we will worship. Yes. But you don't see it like that because you think these guys are rich. Ask yourself, a couple of years ago, would you not say, if Larry Zamaje interview Amokashi or Ifeanyi Udeze, would you not say Larry Zamaje go beg money? Larry Zamaje is worth over 10 billion now. Ifeanyi Udeze is earning 250,000 naira, money where nobody could pay me. He's earning just 250,000 naira a month, working for Larry, that same Larry Zamaje. I don't know if you understand my point. So the point here is, you people should stop this whole idea of if you go there, you they go hype, you don't collect money. No. No player and then they give nobody money. Nobody they go there, they go collect footballer money. Nigerian footballer and then they give anybody money. Then they give. When you don't get to talk for your body. Come on, stop it. Let's make that part clear, because any smart thing you post on a tweet, you don't collect DM, you don't collect. If you do watch match, you just get excited about the performance of the night. These days, I always get careful to post a Nigerian, to tweet about a Nigerian player. I'm like, no, I beg. I don't want anybody talking to me the way I know, because I can't go insult the player under that comment. And then they'll say, you see the one go, Baba, no, nah, take this thing down. I will not do anything. And the fan. I said, when the fan, they ignorant, you say, you no comment, say, no, nothing like that. So why be saying that when I don't insult them, I say, people will they arrest their family member because of 30,000 naira. Now you want to give money? I keep asking people, what you they think? If you they follow Nigerian football history, these guys always arrest their family members because of small money, something that I would never do. And then you think that I won't give you stranger money. No, think I'm now. I'm not think I cannot qualify to the family member go court. Michael Obi, the first podcast when you do now to insult a family, African pass, hey family, collect money, blah 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 blah. Do Victor Sime arrest his sister and the husband? Who do you really think say if these people feel they do like this to their family, they won't come give one side of money? When they think the thing when since when you dey follow Nigerian football, so how many Nigerian footballers where you don't see say their friends where they grow for the trenches, so-called trenches with, where they sell gala together or where they do bus conductor together, say because they don't get money through them. You don't hear say the Jazzy give somebody 100 million. This one do that. Well, you don't hear that from Nigerian footballers. Nigerians get money present. So sometimes when you people come out with this, you're just destroying the hard work and effort that people are using to create a sustainable ecosystem, and I think it should stop. I just thought I should address this, and so that we all know where the work is. Let me go to the comment section. If you have anything to add to that or whatever question you want to ask, I'm open to it. God say believe say welcome. Matthias Abba Jacob says good morning, Elevator family. Good morning to you. Matthias Abba Jacob will say the game was electrifying. Engineer Ibrahim Abiola says good morning. House make network and YouTube no. Don't come to the party to do well, whatever. I've had fun, from the beginning of the show already to this point. So if you like, you want to misbehave, now. Matthias Abba Jacob say Barcelona are gradually going back to La Masia. Lot Mayor says, boss, do you think West Ham will turn all these bad results around, or you feel he's not a good coach? He's a good coach in a bad place. Okay, he's a good coach that's coaching in a place with players that does not fit the system, and then there's also injuries. But I think that it will sack Lopetegui. I think that Barcelona made a mistake sacking. Did I say Barcelona? West Ham made a mistake sacking a coach that won the Conference League. It's for me, it's the height of disrespect. It's a very, very sick thing to do when they did it. So I don't know if Lopetegui can turn it around. I don't think so, because the team doesn't look like they're playing with a purpose. But I think that they should go back to David Moyes. That's my own, but it might take some time. Fizzy, he said, is Hurricane out of DFB poker? Yes, he's out. Engineer Ibrahim Abiola say, seems like Lopetegui days are numbered, because as far as I'm concerned, West Ham fans are not the type to be patient for any turnaround. There's not going to be turnaround. There's definitely not going to be turnaround. It doesn't look like there's going to be turnaround. I'm not seeing the turnaround coming. If all the players who are injured get fit, things might change, but he's on a very, very tight leash. He's working on thin ice, and I'm not sure there will be room for it. Precious Eliwa says, good morning, boss. Good morning to you. But what is the problem of this English FA? Should he have written identify as a spider or bird? FA has misplaced priority, serious misplaced priority. As a matter of fact, they shouldn't have even responded to it. It doesn't matter. This is not a matter to raise dust about. Okay, I love Jesus. He wears the banner. Move on. One of the players who say, you know what, for this campaign, I'm not going to wear the captain's armband. Those Muslim players, they didn't wear it now. I'm not going to wear it. Give somebody else a captain's armband. You don't complain about it. The one who wore it and put I love Jesus, show that. See, I'm wearing this banner because I'm a captain of the club. But me, this is my preference. No, this is my own. This is who I identify as. You get angry with it. I don't think there's any reason to be angry. Habib Ayadeji says Second Amendment is gone right. Mistake. Second Amendment, I want to talk. Fifth Amendment is protect against self-criminating. I play the fifth. Freedom of expression and the rest. Ade Kagumba. Yes, he say hi, Utoma. I don't know what that means, but you have to please explain to me what is the meaning of Utoma. Before Peter will kill me. How are you? If Newcastle United lose to Liverpool, Eddie Howe is sacked from Newcastle United in the morning. Ray. Okay, so Ray, please. What is the meaning of Utoma? Please type it in the comment section below. DJ Lama say, welcome, Elevated TV family. Sebastian in here. Sebastian, where have you been? He said, I think Guehi should have refused to wear the rainbow armband, just like Sam Mossy did. I also think so. Ipswich stand in support of Mossy's decision, and the FA is not saying anything about it. Now, where you say, I've said this before, and people lash me, but I'm going to say it again. Muslims practice what they believe. Christians believe what they don't practice. But people don't, they don't have an understanding of what I say. They would attack me and insult me. But it is the truth. My mother say, wait till you they forbid, you know they use teeth, they share them. If I am allergic to goat meat, if I eat goat meat, it will make me get boils all over my face. Two people want to eat goat meat. They call me person share. I can't carry on my teeth. They bite and they share, they give them. Maybe my own problem. The captain's armband, must I wear it? I was like, no, I don't go well. No, this rainbow period there, keep your captain, find somebody else give. I go still play. Not because I'm not go play. So it's not as if you get any special thing for wearing the rainbow armband. So I'm a Christian. My Christian belief will not allow me to support this. Stay. But hey, our people, the Christian people are the Christian people. They always want to put themselves in space. I'm not saying I'm going against Guehi here, but it should have just done that and save everybody this stress. And this Alavuma says, will Man U come quickly, or they have now have a measured approach of coming? Today, we will find out if they can last long and still come multiple times, or they will have a leaky rubber and slip off. See, not be me. Now you want to put for trouble. Today, Abib, thank you very much. Today, I plead the fifth. I am not saying anything. Inshallah, we will see on the 26th of December. That's the most likely time that the two of us will see on my birthday at a hotel. We will see. If you continue like this, not only your wife are going to give tickets to that show. You go stand aside. As our driver, you go wait. I'm just telling you. I know that'll come and put me in trouble now. Because Seshuku is watching. See, Chris Seshuku just sent me a message again. You see? Seshuku is watching. And he's following matters. I don't want to say things where my elders are and put myself in trouble. Chairman, I greet you, sir. I know me talk now this Urobo chief, Urobo man, the provider. The reason why I have the license to say it is the provider of the internet that will ever use it. So let me not even fight him, but chief, it's not me. If you're watching, it's not me. As you're watching now, thank you very much for. I have an elder watching. I must be doing something right too. I must have done something right to deserve a hug in the morning and butterfly kisses at night. Oh, silence, I will sing. Serious, jealous my voice. I don't go Kirobembe, my guy. This is my D1. This guy, oh God. Some people just will love you whether you are good or you are bad. This guy. They set me up on this whole run when everybody was turning on me. He said Marc Guehi should have refused to put on the LGBTQ armband and use the normal armband like Samosi of his speech. And I know your word now. And this Alavuma say the Ruud man has started in good form for Leicester. Wish him all the best. Always give your best when as every opportunity is an auditioning for the next best. Good thing in your life always are prepared. I agree with you 100%. Right, somebody say, I think Christians should learn to be firm when it comes to defending their principles. Don't like what you hate. I simple. I'm with you on that one, my brother. I've always said that all this bending, adjusting, accommodating, I be the biggest problem for Christianity. Oga, I need to do that thing. When we were growing up, my mom, I grew up in a very like deep ghetto where everybody smoking booze, smoke cigar, there's no paraga, but like let me just put that way. My mom go hold her children hand, go show all the bros, Adigos, bros, Godwin, no Kitty, all those guys, them Turubo, the late Turubo, all of them. Make I not hear. So now send my children go buy Ogogo or Igbo or Benson or Roadmans or St. Maurice. My mama they say St. Maurice. My mama for a provision shop. She said, but she go tell you say make I not hear. Say you send my children go anywhere. Go Mama Carol or Shimoganit shop. Go buy anything like that. If you said they go buy Gary, sugar, granola. But you said this on my Igbo now. Wanna not send my children. No. And the street recognized streets. They realize how this my children, and then they send this kind of message. Oh, if you know wahala, not every day you will go get trouble. As me am now, leave these children alone. Oh. And they left us. And we grew up like that. We just grew up. Some things that people struggle to deal with. Me and my younger, we don't struggle with it. Because so they raise us. It's like, why don't you smoke? That's how I was raised. Why you don't drink alcohol? That's how I was raised. I don't have to explain myself to you. My mother, some basic things where parents not able to up to bleaching cream. And what I will tell you, say, I have very fair sister. I have albinos. I have white half-caste relative, right? My mom go say, make one day no come, you can't go rub all those cream with the change color. Now like this, I born you. When you die, make it be like, make they bury you like this. And that's how we are. The only rule I broke of all the things my mom said is not drink cold water. It will cause pneumonia and rheumatism. Like my mother goes to school, my mother. Your reason for that, your rationale for that, not correct. So I did drink cold water, I chop ice block. But other than that, those principles they stand. And then my mother used to ask, why do people bow down their head to greet people? She doesn't like it. And when I do it, and I shake people's hand, who are my senior, and I look them in the eye, they say it's very rude. Now your business, so your dominion no day stronger than my mother own. So whatever you say now, you know. Christians should have a principle. Now like this, now with this stand. We need to do this type of thing. Simple. You move on. Dijala Ufoma say the drive. Okay. Edila say he thought he was Kopama. He judged so wrong. How can you move from fry pan to fire? Who's that person? Okay, Chidobi Martins. Yeah. Edila says the drive is to shut others up. The rainbow movement is the most biased movement, and they claim otherwise. I wish they can use it the same energy to push the racist fight. If others people they don't know that. Zemola Abiodi Brian says Lupitegu is the next manager to get sacked in the EPL. I hope so. Olafat says good morning, boss. Good morning to you. Chido Martin, that boy will later be sold or leave the club. Even Arsenal, Max Doan of 14 years will first him to make Premier League debut. Nah, not sure. No, I'm not sure about that one. Lord Mayor say, I feel Bayern should give their all in the league. One honest advice for Vincent Company. I agree with you on that advice anyway. Matthias Saba says, people are reasoning about what's not holding any water. Everyone is entitled to ISO, I won't believe. Okay. Osage says, I think I've read that one before. Olafat says, I said that Manchester United should have let Ruud van Nistelrooy till the end of the season since he's getting the chemistry with the players, but now people have seen his quality and he's a top class. I don't see Man United anywhere where Man United did wrong in that, because they had already appointed Amorim. The thing was that the paperwork and the whole transition from from Sporting to Man United was going to take that long, and nature's harbors vacuum. Games were going on, they were not going to wait, so somebody needs to step in. But then, like it or not, that deal was already done. It was already done, so they didn't do anything wrong. And I think I also like the fact that they didn't retain Ruud van Nistelrooy. That's not. I don't really see anything wrong in that one anyway. Akimbola Lanre said Ruud van Nistelrooy has got a magic wand to steady any rocking boat at every opportunity given so far. All of a sudden, Leicester scores 3 goals in a single game and was able to defend properly. It was even the defending that got me amazed. Like, I was watching them defending. They were meeting the first and second balls properly. They were in the right position. They were checking the runs of the opposition players. I was like, hey, wait a minute. This is not the same Leicester that we've been seeing all season. Well, that's all football the big shot. The more like anybody says, Liverpool know how to get a 3 point against Newcastle. Even last season when the red carded, they still got the win. I think City will win today against Forest. I think so too. Lucky Ogale says, seems Obi Martins followed money, a mistake, because United will buy a proven striker rather than play him. The hype he is getting is from people who haven't even watched him play. the social media way. I agree with you on this 100%. Demola Benibari says, I think Amori will even go for Guy Corres if striking position is a United problem rather than trusting Chidobe Martins. I also agree with you on that one. Lord Mayor say Aston Villa Champions League run is still decent, but their league run is just bad performance. And from that league run, way bad. The place to secure first is your league run, because I'm not going to sit here agree say Aston Villa go win the Champions League. It's from here on, it's going to be getting harder and harder and harder. Okay. Let's say if they fall very, very far off the pace and they can't make the Champions League next season and they get knocked out, then it's worse. So I think that they should get their league form addressed. They've done well in the Champions League so far, and it's even enough. But they need to face it very, very, very fast. Okay, Akim Olalare says Aston Villa dumped Aston Martin and started riding around in Kia Picanto. You are mean. You are mean is the name of a basketball player. You are mean, okay? You are very, very mean. Lucky I say for Marc, the English FA prefer drama over football, or maybe it is the English media. Okay, God of heaven. Lucky, are you good? Lucky, are you really good right now? This thing that you just did now, is it good? Is it good? This thing you just did now. Just when I want to read that, you just delete it. What's it called? Matthias Jacob says, Lucky, can you explain how the move is a mistake? Because the guy is playing well. Playing well for where? Which competition? Olafat says someone should tell Unai Emery there is win at the London Colney if he is looking for one, and it's a dog that has that name. Okay. Lamera says person fit sleep for Unai Emery press conference. I swear. You know now when you go back to office, you go explain to your bosses why other people get news and you don't get story. Olafa say, boss, it's the agent that are the problem. This happened during Saka case, and Arsenal almost lost 1-2. If not the intervention of these people's parents that want peace for their players, their children maybe. Osaka said Marcus Rashford was thrown in at 17 because of injuries and turned up. Okay, it will be in the discussion in 3 years. Oh, so you think you said it the way you talk, so you are practically saying what I have said. You think Chidobe Martins would not have been in the discussion in 3 years at Arsenal? In 3 years it would have been 20. Would it not have been in the discussion? And then the Marcus Rashford you just brought now was, you said because of injury. Which club is more stable? Arsenal is more stable. Man United need to keep going upward. And in such situation, maybe you're not listening to me. In such situation, they need the best hands. Transfer market go open. This coach will go and buy players. And in one of those areas will be the attacking areas and midfield. Chidobe Martins no go play ball for Man United. Now what I tell you? You know, the argument, no matter you argue, the reason for leaving Arsenal, he want to play now. That's why he left Arsenal. He want to play. They said there is no pathway for him, and he wants to play now. Atata said, you don't go fit play now. Now, no, they're available for you. Now is not the appointed time. Forget what you read the Bible. Now is the appointed time. No, for your case, now it's not the appointed time. The scripture waiting for you now. Even though it tarries, wait. That's what is the scripture for you. Now is the appointed time. It's not for you. That one for Bukayo Saka. He said no. They can't convince him. Yes, remember the pitch. They said they go give him that Man United have been playing since 1937. Man United have been playing academy players. So if they want to play Chidobe Martins, they'll say Chidobe Martins an academy player. Is it the academy? Is Chidobe Martins a Man United academy player or an Arsenal academy player? Sometimes this is a communication they had us. But either to hear and not talk say Man United they play young players. Even the Rashford you take an example, say because of injuries. There's a caveat there. Historically, this club, their front line are big players, they play there. That forward line, now big boys, they play there. The only man where we say use children to play, other David Beckham, them, if you still look at that team, the spine of the team was still senior men. David Beckham was a youth playing on the side. Tell me this, the two people they play for the center forward. They showed the 4 players in the center forward. Dwight Chalk, Andy Cole, Teddy Sheringham, No, they're gonna Soldier. Which one be small picking? Which one be academy player there? So anyhow you look at it, now what I talk, you the talk. So my point was, Ichidobi Martins no say he go need to wait for 3 years to play for Man United. Why in the rush they go do? Why was he rushing to leave? That's my question. I have not said that he will not play at Man United. That's not what I'm saying. I've said that the expectation was that as a 17-year-old now, because now he Pele. It could be my memory. Got it to my mom. Olafat says, let's even look at it in history. Who has promoted more academy players between Arsenal and Man United? Man United wins that one like all over the world. Lord Mayor say Arsenal go scrapping a win against Man United. 3 points is the matter of that game. I'm not seeing anything, so anything is possible. Lucky let's say at Matthias, a 17-year-old changing club is a mistake. I agree with you completely. Especially when he is already at a top club, then go to an unstable club where the coach can be sacked. This will cut short his development. I see the way I agree with you on this one. You sure this is your area? You know, say when you talk truth, so we'll not get argument because now your area of expertise with this. So many things will change. First of all, there are young players in that team. You think he just come in and walking through it. He go start afresh again. You see all those. See, share for Arsenal that time they say he scored 9 goals in one game. How many goals without the score now? Since we know the year about time again. What could he wait? Lord Mayor says Liverpool next to away fixtures is tough one. United are very dangerous when playing Arsenal, but it seems Arteta knows how to deal with them with his tactical approach. Okay, I'm already done beat Arsenal before. Don't beat this Arteta before sharp. Engineer Ibrahim Abela, he said, I stand to be corrected. Another club people will start coming out with this quote of it's one for the future, blah blah blah. And Arsenal's, it's always another thing entirely. Take for instance Waneri too. You are very correct in that one. When the player is at Arsenal, they say make he play now. When he goes to another club, they say, oh no, it's one for the future. When he was 16, when Arteta played him, and people were accusing him of being disrespectful to the opposition, that he did not need to play a kid. He played him because he wanted to go on record as the coach that had put in the youngest player in the Premier League. Have you guys forgotten? That was a comment. Even the post-match studio analysis were doing that. So, what could they look? Engineer Ibrahim went on to say, he said, if another team, and I'm certain they will come out to say, it's still a future prospect, and already they are expecting Arteta to start playing him week in, week out. I wait for them. He said, I'm not surprised about Chidobe. I was expecting this then when the conversation comes out about his time with Arsenal and moving to United. Demola Abiodun Ibrahim say Enzo Maresca is doing a silent good job with that Chelsea team. He just did do one step at a time. That's what I love about him. He just getting quieting everybody. All of a sudden, that boardroom fight, no day again. He's not playing Chilwell. He's not playing this one. He's not playing that one. He have a different team for the cup and he have a different team for the league. Nobody's talking again. They're doing well. And, you know, Ibrahim Abiola says, I won't be surprised if Chidobe Martins go from academy and head out of United without much impact on United as a whole. The Ibrahim said, Sade by Adekule Good with Omo Anifowoshi by Olamide Den. Murphy, they use them Warriors. Yeah, but you know, the funny thing is people don't realize how much query and salary cut people get for doing that, because there are some people who just go and say, oh, they don't give you money. Meanwhile, the artists never know you. Some of the artists never know yourself. Some of the artists are even struggling. Where does somebody give you? I don't know. Engineer Ibrahim Abela said, because this United with the look currently, they are desperate to come out of all these their shambolic states. Didn't they have academy before going for Mazwari? Thank you very much for that. Olafat says, hey, I don't jump. Okay, Olafat says, so over 2 years, Man United didn't get a tough team in the FA Cup early stages under Itish. Now, it's another case under Amorim. Seems they want this man to fail. Oh God. Well, I know well. Sure, I know well. Chairman Chuku, they listen to us. They watch us. Well, maybe they laugh like Momoyo. Okay, I give up. Akimola Larry say, and after you they make me reminisce some things. Me, Torisheju and Timmy went through back then for Alakaya Uniport. Baba, God need the faith to bless the works of. I did tell you, my brother. You know. Sometimes when I sit back, you know that song when we're growing up. I don't know if you go old school church like me, but I went to old school church. When I think of the goodness of Jesus and all He has done for me, my very soul shall sing hallelujah. Praise God for saving me. You know those lyrics, these days when they sing Mumumu song, say with it, praise God. We just want to fit our vibes and inshallah. Those were songs that came from the depth of people's experience, and they realize that, man, this could only be God. Forget all these gangsterism, what would they do? You know that place where you're quiet, sometimes it's in the toilet or in the bathroom or just lying down belly up on the bed, and you realize, that when I think of the goodness, you just think about that thing like, Jesus Christ. Man, one man, this one not even what devil planned. One man planned for me is this. See what God did for me. The psalmist was right. The psalmist was right when he said, "Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemy." The psalmist was right. So it's a different phase, and it's a different thing to talk about. But we bless God. That's all I can always say. Lord Mayor say, I swear, boss, you enter us yesterday, but we love you. I know sometimes we need them. Engineer Ibrahim Abela say, another point drop for Arsenal and the league is wrapped. It's too early for that. Lord Mayor say, boss, I beg, this TV station still exist, MITV. I don't know. I too watch them back in the 90s to Y2K in Lagos. Then I don't. Is that my TV still there? I would find out from someone. So me and work with them. I'll find out from here, and then find out. I'm not sure. I'm not really. Yeah, I watch different type of TV. Sorry, Moon and August. Simon Campbell, where have you been? He say, "I'd love me." Yes, it still exists. Okay, somebody's giving an answer. Ezechi Uchi, he say, I have missed this program. Good morning, Edafe. Good morning to you. I love your jersey. FC United for Dubai. And their jersey with this. What do they call them? Imade, I bring this jersey come. We play at last, but I don't like wear this jersey. He said, bros, I never be big player. I never be national team player. Just wear. Now you made me come here. Now you do this deal for me now. I don't think you, man. I'm so physical, you Jesse. Get me this one and give me one sneakers. One very soft, lovely sneakers. Fizzy say you don't mean it. Still a junior management level banker, but more than 3 times of that. Iffy is on. Who's Iffy? Please, can you explain that? Bless, I don't forget to. We'll talk something from, but bless, I don't forget what that thing mean. Lucky Ogale says, thanks for the clarification, boss. One thing is sure, I know they insult on social media. The NFL media team will no understand how to optimize the resources they have. I know where to get news now. So think about the NFF. Should I open this can of one? No, let's leave it. Let's forget about that one. Osage says West Ham wants to play. Osage, you see this thing you just talk now. Yeah, why they laugh? I was with somebody the other day. I said my problem with West Ham is they have a coach where they greet, like play. What do they call that thing? Wadu football just to survive and they win match. All them, Antonio, all of them, that they fight, headbutt people, go score, brush. They say, no, can't you see what Pep Guardiola is doing? Let us play from the back. Let's be expansive. If we can't get Pep Guardiola, let's get a senior Spanish coach. Not be to get Spanish coach. Now to get the players when he become the Spanish coach now, so I don't go 7 game, I be 6 game without winning. No. So they want to play expansive football, not bad. Do you have the players that can transition from defense to midfield to attack, that can superimpose themselves, that can create a fear factor? They don't have it. Unfortunately, now where would they? Man, read them again, Mona here. With the brother Sagi of the Church of God Mission Ministry have to say. He said West Ham wants to play expensive football when they are a team of grit and grind. Simple. You cannot have a keke napep budget and you go to Ferrari shop, dealership, and you price the car. If peradventure your hand can crash the paint, come get line. That's okay, I'll buy them. What will you do? They work a rule. What will you then do, seeing that you have created a problem that your entire generation cannot solve? Sebastian Nene said Chidobe Martin made his decision. He should deal with the consequences. A number of players, young players, left in similar fashion in the past, but their careers did not turn out the way they envisaged. Sebastian Nene said, I just hope other young players will learn from their mistake. I guess that's what you want to say. Okay, let's say, simple example, 16-year-old Hendrick went to bigger team and league. He is playing because of his quality. Even at that, as the team is struggling, they hide him. You don't play a kid in a struggling team. I agree. Fizzy say, I meant Ifeanyi's pay in his pin-up compared to his status. Poor lifestyle, I guess. So, let me explain something in that regard. Maybe, okay, so I heard, I don't know, I can't confirm this, I had a gambling problem, right? And you know why I could not argue against it is that as a football player, I know that within the football community, gambling is our biggest malady, our biggest problem. It's also part of the reason why I stopped doing football prediction. I don't gamble. There are things, my wife will say that God created me with himself, not angels. You know, there are I'm this kind of guy. I'm not an attachment person. I'm loyal. I love people, but I'm not attached to anything. The fundamentals of my life is I know what is good and what is bad. Even in food, if I eat my lunch late by 4 o'clock, I'm not eating dinner again. It no matter. My wife can cook, and me too. I can cook. It no matter if she cook my special vegetable or my pork meat egusi pepper soup, or she bring out the ogo soup and put it in the microwave and the aroma is calling my name out on the street. I say, babe, I am not eating. I worked in an office where blood office, one full chef, all of the best whiskey, brandy, alcohol they inside. They say, just test it. Just use your hand. Just use your hand. Touch them like this. This small pinky finger. Just test it. Make you feel the brush of the. Get it. Oh God. You know what people want them to? So just feel it now. I'd say, Oga, I need a drink. Okay, may they bring red wine, sweet red wine for you. Oga, I need a drink alcohol. Hey, Baileys is good. Baileys is not, it's cream, it's not alcohol. Oga, I need a drink alcohol. I don't like what I hate. There is no temptation, as is common to man. Even for Bible. I know they go church, but I like Bible. I like that book. That book that they used to manipulate. Because when I hold the Bible like this, so when I hold the Bible like this, every time I hold the Bible and I look at it, I always like the hard copy of the Bible. I get like 12 Bible for this house. So now this book, people take manipulate the word. How did they do it? Because it's crazy. I give them credit to those colonial masters. I give them credit. Go to another man's land, see the land. People there say, I discover. How did you discover something that people already live in? It's a topic for another day. You know, so sometimes when you go, when you create a lifestyle that is bad, and say, not the only him, it's a general thing. And somebody said made a very clear explanation while I blame a lot of footballers, I also create a wiggle room out for them. So think about it this way. From a very young age of 5, 6, 7, you start playing football. You don't have any hard work. You don't learn anything. Everything they do for you, they buy you boots, they buy you JC, they pay for the bus that you go for matches with, everything. Then you go pro, the standard is even higher. Everything is taken care of. So you're spending money and there is no orientation. Like in the NBA now, they teach you business. As you sign, they put a business team around you, investment. They don't do that in football. All this one they argue about a gay banner. The country where the gay day, so then they fight this guy fight for their league. I don't understand. The Americans will invent this gay thing, but they teach you how to turn your money into business because the country is designed to collect tax from you. So the more business you do, the more tax government will collect, so that they'll be able to fight a war where they don't send them. Now, when you don't play that ball, I'm 46 in a few weeks' time. Now they get business sense. Now. At 46, every footballer don't retire. At 30, which is like where some people they graduate from school, they finish youth service, they won't start life. Now that time footballer life they end. So the whole day like, oh, I don't retire. Who retires at 30? Think I'm now. All the Cristiano Ronaldo don't make him now. Say people could even reach 30 something 40 now. But who retires at 30, 35? When and where me and you normally, if you don't play ball, now that time your career won't take off. Now that you want to get into management level or junior management level, because by associations and meetings and information you go to hear things. But this one, you're caught up in that web, that basket or that bubble of money. They come, money not be problem. Money is not an issue, and we can fix it. And then your body does not tell you that I'm going to shut down. It just shut down. Now you spend the first 2-3 years where you come out, you go see they keep up appearances because maybe you don't buy 10 cars, you go maintain them. You're not going to just sell them off. You go maintain them. You're used to going to hotel. You're used to going to eat at certain places. I'll tell my wife, I say, you see this lifestyle, the only addiction I have is traveling. But the good thing with the work that I am doing, when I get that numbers, I'm not going to pay for travel again. And people are going to pay for my trip. Right, that's the way it works. The more successful you get, everywhere you go, people go to buy your flight ticket, all expense paid. Now you go to do. I will not. I go see go mama put go shop. Yes, I like to eat eyebrow food. I will go to Cross and Cream to go and eat steak because I like it. I'll go and eat broccoli. I'll go and eat veggies. I will go to Cactus, go and take their ice cream and whatever. What's that thing? How my children they like now? I don't forget the name. But I don't eat all things, croissant and the rest. But to be very honest, I go eat yalati amala. Yeah, I will go there. 1 million subscribers, I will go there. I will go to Yakoyo and go and buy beans and come and do my sauce. Yeah, because I don't like their sauce. I put it on top, fry my plantain with my own hand, and I will chop it. There is no adjustment to it. So once you don't live that lifestyle, you gamble. And so another bad thing with football, just look at footballers, especially black footballers. They're not sabi make investment friends. They're not sabi make good friends because they like people who they do yes sir, baba, senior man. When you're senior, don't they call you senior man? And you know if it's like, oh, but you senior me now, you know they call me senior man. You know say problem, don't they? Right? So now that kind of friends, what does a guy we never see 100,000 for your account in 10 years have to advise somebody where if they see they spend that 100,000 in just to buy suya? You they say so now where things stay they change. Until when I started hanging out with Ali and then Ali put me in this group where you have them Aliko Dangote, them Otedola, some governors, some ministers. I don't like everything they say in the group. But Ali will always say, oh, but don't say anything, just observe. Let life pass you by and tap on their mistake, learn from it. There are sensible things so that they say, learn from it. Understand how businesses work. Understand the fact that these guys are not enemies. They're just acting drama in front of us like politics. But behind the scene, they are tying up business together. It will teach you something. So I sit back and I watch and I realize that these guys, they are all about building network of people, friends in the same stratas and the same levels and all that. So if footballer not do that one, just spend the money finish. What you go do now? You go sit down for us, making no shop. You go take 250K now. So now the way it take me be that, you go take 250K because at the end of the day, You see this called belle. If belle alarm ring, you go beg your enemy food. My mother used to say, pray, make the thing where they do am now. We make her do that thing where they do so, not do you. Because you yourself, you will do worse. My mother used to say that thing. But Sage say Hendrick is not really getting much playing time at Madrid. He has played 136 minutes in 12 appearances. I agree with not playing kids in a struggling team. Thank you very much. Akimbola Larry say West Ham, them know they tell small pikin make e no grow big teeth. Now to grow big lips as more to cover arm be the matter. That's my mother's parable too. And finally on this matter, boss, you are a prophet. I am Church of God mission member. And I said it. I know them by their fruit. Ye. It's not 48 laws of power and another Bible be this, but by their fruit. It's in the Holy Bible. I need to bring my Bible next to me. My Bible and I need to bring that Bible next to me. By their fruit, ye shall know them. Church of God mission people, the sabi proof point. They be like Assembly of God people. If somebody follow me, they argue, I'll tell you the church we come from. By just the argument. Because I'm a church boy myself. I just stopped to go now, but I'm a church boy. Since 2017, I'm at church. I'm not too much. I don't want to know again. Father God to go fight God for my sleep. All right, so at this point, we need to pack our bags and baggages. I've given you guys another 2 hours. So all the missed shows we will not do, I don't pay back. I'm not owing again. Nobody should come to my DM and say, you should be giving us more than what you are giving us. Okay? As I've been giving all this, I never send anybody who says, oh, both send this guy super chat to, both send the guy anonymity by for and that. Let's move on. All right, so that's the way it is. Once again, let's go to the fixtures as I wrap up. Everton tonight to play against Wolves. Why do I have this feeling that Everton might win today? Manchester City might also win against Nottingham Forest, but you see this Man City, don't predict about them again. The former run against Liverpool, I'm away from there. Stay away. Newcastle, Liverpool 3-point guaranteed. Southampton, Chelsea 3-point guaranteed. Arsenal, Man U, no prediction. This game, I dey fear. I no go fit lie. I dey fear. Hey, Man U. If the people won't play Man U, they say we're not afraid of Man U. Like, I don't know. Maybe the Man U I know different from the Man U one I know. Man U, you're not afraid of Man U. 13 Premier League title in 30 years of the league. Well, I know they fear them. Okay, now the devil that killed the person that killed the conqueror of your entire community, you're not afraid of him. Okay. And Aston Villa will try to say good evening properly against Brentford at Villa Park. For the Dutch League, there is Ajax playing against Utrecht. And in Spain, Madrid will try to claw 3 points and get very close to Barcelona and prepare themselves to overtake. That's the size of the show today. As we started with the news that Ruud van Nistelrooy started well with Leicester City. All of a sudden, they scored 3 goals in one game, considered only 1 goal. And Pep Guardiola came out in the press and said he doesn't have a problem with Kevin De Bruyne, as people are saying. They worked together for 9 years, won so many things together. So Gary Neville and Jimmy Carragher, shut up your gutter mouth. We don't have a problem. The problem is that the boy went out injured for 6 months, came back, went out again injured for another 2 months. He is not fully fit. We're just managing him. It's not that we have a problem. That's what Pep Guardiola said. My name is Edafe Matthew. You love to call me the Liberty One of Sports. At this point, I want to say to you, the year is coming to an end. There are many of us that will be told that we have not achieved anything. There are many of us that will be told that, our mate buy 10 bags of rice, will not buy 1. There are many of us that will be told. But remember, there was once upon a time, if you are my age mate, there was once upon a time in our life, not only on Sunday we eat rice. Today, we eat rice on a daily basis by the choices we make, whether we buy the rice, we cook them, or whatever. That is progress in on itself. There was a time where eating without was a common thing. Even though the economy then looked like it was better than now. But here we are. Still eating food with meat or fish. Again, back in the day, our parents had 12 children, 10 children, 8 children, 6 children. But the school fees, all the 12 or 8 or 10 or 6 put together, it never reached the school fees of one kid where we send to go school today. But we feel they send 3 or 4, they go school. Our parents never pay for internet. our parents no ever pay for certain things we would pay for. We used to drink well water and not buy pure water for our time. So if you are able to take care of all of this, look back at yourself and say you don't try. It's not everything you use and say, oh, I don't fail, oh, I'm a failure, oh, everybody has lived better life than me, I'm the worst. No, not be so. As I go, let me read the few messages that just came in. Henry say, Omo, I think say show go don't end. Say make I come watch replay. Well done, bros. You try. You thank you very much. Simon Campbell said, in fact, according to Idris Abdul Karim, it is relationships that bring money. Network during your youthful days helps a lot. I agree with you 100% because I'm a bigger fit one. That's why